This is the slow motion toddler dance. The sad toddler dance.
Yeah.
Kill shot target, man. She like really murdered a guy if he was real.
Do you have
If
something?
the guy was like tied to a stick and not allowed to move, and then she was allowed to shoot at him, he's definitely dead.
Oh, around you.
He's not just winged in the shoulder, he's executed for sure.
Yeah, executed in the belly.
You know what's weird? I use the word radius and square mile. That doesn't make any sense. Squares don't have radii.
You want to watch what Adam looks like on camera?
Oh wow. Pretty
Amazing,
much the
right?
same.
No way, people look so different on camera.
Do I look different on camera?
I think so. These are Adam's new pants. He bought these pants today after planning on buying them for like weeks and bringing this up in conversation that he was gonna get pants.
Never click debit, because like if anybody steals your identity and you go to the bank, it's like that's your money. But if you click credit, that's their money. So they're gonna fight way harder to get it back. Be more supportive.
Way, but just like, but.
Well, I mean, you can rationalize it, but it doesn't change. Like, this is something I've read a lot about for different psychological studies. One of them that's coming to mind is Monopoly. So these psychologists would have groups of people play Monopoly, and they would have that be the primer for the test that would happen later on. And they found out that people would respond in very typical ways to being the winner of Monopoly. After that, they'd have them take this kind of like ethical morality test where they're like, hey, do you think we should help the poor and stuff like that? And the people who won at Monopoly would always be like, no, a person should retain their own money, socialism's bad, things like that. Scent that's here. I smell teriyaki too.
Hey. I think it's a cat. It's like this big. It's like so fluffy and soft.
It's not open yet. It's only open on the 6th.
I think they're gonna yell at us. Since they have a workshop at home makeup, should we do one?
Such
I
a
sent you that
phenomenal
review.
movie that it's like, to me, it's like my perception of what ratings actually mean is.
Adam asked for water and they gave him this. For 10 cents they charged him. And then I asked for water and they gave me this for free. And then Sophia asked for water and they gave her this for free. So
I thought it was being polite. Recently, because like Gnosticism was like known about, but nobody really knew exactly what it was. And like, if you compare Gnosticism to like it developed along, well, it's the thrice good is like it's this whole sort of.
I have enough self-control not to buy potato chips. I like to buy healthy snacks. I buy nuts and fruit mostly. But I don't have enough self-control to not eat all of the potato chips that someone else bought and left over my house. An ice cream truck just drove by. Forgot those existed. I haven't seen those in such a long time. I once saw like a turf war between two ice cream men. It was eye-opening because I didn't know that that kind of world existed with ice cream men. I was hanging out with my friends in a park and an ice cream truck pulled up. Of course, we all ran over ready to buy ice cream because that's like the coolest thing when an ice cream truck drives up and you're at the park with your friends and you've got a few bucks on you. And as we were running over, another ice cream truck pulled in front of the first ice cream truck. And then when we were approaching them, we didn't know which one to go to. We'd never seen that. We didn't know what was going on. And then both of the ice cream men got out of their trucks and then started fighting each other. Kind of like this one time I made a mistake with, I was walking home and this guy asked me for change and I gave him all my change. And then one block later, a guy asked me for change and I was like, sorry man, I just gave it all away. And He was like, who? And I was like, what? And he was like, a block down that way? And I was like, and then he just started running that way. I thought that I could maybe make my long arms beautiful by doing like a long arm dance, but it didn't work. Let me try again. You have to resort to dramatic moves when you want to stop doing something that you can't control yourself on. When I was in high school, me and my little sister were addicted to The Sims. We would come home from school and we'd get on the desktop computer, we'd play The Sims, and we'd just take turns. She'd play, I'd watch, then I'd play and she'd watch, and we would neglect our homework and eating and everything else. We just were obsessed with it, and we couldn't stop, and I realized it was a problem, but I couldn't do anything about it. And I remember one day there was this very dramatic moment where like my little sister was crying and I had the CD-ROM and I was like, this is the only way, and I just broke it. And then we were like free from the shackles of The Sims. It's hard to quit an addiction, but I also think that if you do quit an addiction, that there's a skill there and it can translate to other situations in life. And it's Mr. Miyagi style in The Karate Kid, wax on, wax off, right? When you learn one thing in one area of your life, it can translate. There's the same mental processes. So if you are addicted to something and you understand what's required to give up that addiction and to go through with it, and that finality and that sacrifice, you can understand this avenue. It's like you're paving a road, a conceptual road in your mind. Maybe you're gonna stop thinking about that person who broke your heart, or you're gonna realize that you're never gonna be a successful actor. Or it could be something just that you're gonna stop thinking about whether or not God exists. So my advice to you is develop an addiction, let it control your life, and then quit it.